Hey, Men Unplugged, take the next step in protecting you and your family from pornography with a free month membership to the leading internet accountability software available today. To learn more about this ultimate force field for all your digital devices, go to menunplugged.net/eyes and sign up now. Make sure you use promo code MENUNPLUGGED for your first month free at menunplugged.net/EYES.
Welcome to the Men Unplugged Show. Get ready to plug in and recharge your life, family, and career while igniting your faith in Christ. Now, here's your host and champion of helping men live with passion and purpose, Jeff Jarina.
The more we're distracted by earthly things, the less we're attracted to eternal truths. Hey, it's Jeffrey, and welcome to the program. Thanks for tuning in this episode. And on this particular short podcast episode, I just want to break down that statement. And in breaking down that statement, I just want to give you a couple ideas or questions to think about in your own life, and then give you an actionable step that you can apply in your life today so that when you walk away from here, you're going to be able to say, you know what? I'm going to make a change in my life. I'm going to be more focused on eternal truths. I'm going to make a conscious effort to spend more time with God. Now, you may be saying right now or be thinking that, well, I don't know if I can do that. I mean, Jeff, seriously, you've done an episode like this before, and my life is so hectic. I'm very busy. I've got a lot on my plate. There's so many distractions out there every day. I get it. I'm with you. I know I'm the same way. But you know what? There is a way. There is a better way. God has given us a roadmap. He's given us a clear path that we can spend more time with Him, that we can focus more on Jesus, that we can focus more on these eternal truths that He's telling us about, so that we don't have to be so focused or distracted by these earthly things. And seriously, there's a lot of earthly things out there that we could easily be distracted by. And a lot of these, again, as I've mentioned on other podcast episodes, they're not bad things. They're not sinful things. They're just things that keep us away from God. They cause us to turn down the volume on God's voice to where we lose that frequency, that intimacy with the Lord, that we're not on the same frequency, that we're not on the same page. And yet the whole time, God is saying, hey, I'm right here. I haven't changed. But yet, for some reason, we're so distracted by what's going on in the world, by what's going on in our own lives, that we stop to see or even spend time with the Lord. Now, before I break all that down, before I get into those couple ideas and I give you this actionable step, I want you to know that this right here, I'm bringing this episode out here, I'm rolling this out here because my family and I just got back from our summer vacation. We went to Galveston, Texas. There's this spot that we've been going here over the past probably 4 years. It's not in the busy section of Galveston. It's a little bit farther down, I guess 45 minutes to an hour, a little bit more southwest of Galveston, I guess is how that would be. But it's past the main strip on Galveston, and it's more family oriented. And so it just gives us this time that we can break away, that we can recharge. And every time I go on vacation, whether it's one day I break away or it's a week or 2 weeks, whatever that is, well, I'll be honest with you, I don't get a chance to do 2-week vacations. But if it's a day or a weekend or maybe 1 week, it just reminds me here of something that I put in my book, Cut Through the Noise, is that every time you go on vacation, you are intentionally breaking away. You are making or taking an intentional time out from your busy schedule, from your busy life, from your, crazy day, crazy week or month that you have that happens almost every single week, month, whatever that is. And when you are taking a vacation, you're intentionally breaking away from that. You are saying, you know what? I'm going to intentionally cut through all that noise, all those distractions, all that busyness, all that overwhelm, and I'm going to reset. I'm going to recharge. I'm going to refresh so that you can renew your life. And in that process, the hope is that you're going to be able to spend more time with God, to now focus less on those earthly things and focus more on those eternal truths. And so I just want to get that idea in your head here, is that is what you're doing when you take a vacation. However long that is, you're intentionally taking a time out from all the busyness and all the noise in your life. Now, there's a lot of probably thoughts or questions going on in your head right now, and that is, number one, well, Jeff, it's hard to do that. My life is very hectic. And even when it seems like I take a vacation, I'm getting emails. I'm getting text messages. I'm getting phone calls from my boss or manager or my work or whatever those responsibilities are. So then I would argue this. I would ask you this. Are you truly taking a vacation? If you're allowing yourself to be distracted by those things. Because what I do when I go on vacation, I'm making sure I turn that stuff off. I don't answer my email. I don't answer phone calls. I don't do any of that stuff unless it's an emergency. So thinking about that idea of, are we being distracted by earthly things more than being attracted to eternal truths? I would argue that today, in the 21st century, unless you're taking those intentional timeouts, those vacations, or maybe even, here's the thing, what I talk about in my book, Cut Through the Noise, is that you can take these intentional timeouts every single day, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And here's the coolest thing, is that God clearly gives us a roadmap, an instruction manual on how to do that. He gives us the exact game plan. It's a surefire strategy to win in this area of your life. And I talk about that in my book, Cut Through the Noise, 4 Steps to Joy, Peace, and Freedom. Now, if you haven't got that book yet, the easiest way to get that is just go to menunplug.net/noise. That's NOISE. Now, let's get back to here this topic here, and I want to give you some quick ideas here, or maybe even that quick actionable step. So you're probably thinking, okay, Jeff, this sounds great. I know I need to be doing this. And yeah, if I'm really evaluating my life and really thinking about it here, it does seem like I am being distracted by earthly things more than being attracted to eternal truths. And I would say the easiest way for you to think about that, being attracted to eternal truths, is this: spending more time with God. Being excited about spending time with Jesus. Being excited about the things of God. Being excited about spending time in God's Word. Being excited about just going outside and looking up in the sky and saying, wow, God, this is amazing what you've created. Instead of always feeling like, you're behind the 8 ball. You're on this hamster wheel of life, because let's think about it here. Let's be honest. Most days we are. And so we have to figure out some way to break away from that for at least maybe even 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe an hour a day. You can do it. And think about this here. When you sleep at night, your body and your mind is intentionally taking a break, so that the next morning you're more refreshed. So with all that said, I'm going to end this episode here with that actionable step that you can apply in your life right now. This is something that you can practically and tangibly do right now. You can start this today. And this is going to help you to not be so distracted by those earthly things. And by doing this, you will be attracted more to those eternal truths, to spend more time with God, to focus more on those things that Jesus says we need to be focused on. Here's that thing that you can do. Stop what you're doing right now. Now, if you're driving, don't stop that. But if you're at home or you're at your office or something right now and you can stop what you're doing, go ahead and turn the computer off, put the phone down, walk outside, and look at the trees. Look at the sky. Whether it's daytime or nighttime, whatever that is, just look at the sky, look at the trees, look around. Look at the animals and just experience being in God's presence. Being in the awe of God, realizing that God created all that He created you, He created me, He created the sky, He created the galaxy, He created the stars, He created the trees, He created the creatures, the birds, the animals, everything. And just reflect on how big God is. And in that moment, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour, however long you want that moment to be, just experience that moment with Jesus and don't focus on anything else. All your worries, your cares, as best as you can, put them aside and just focus on Jesus. Focus on all that He's done for you. Focus on what He has done in creation. And just be content in that moment. And when you're done with that, come back and write down what you experienced. Write down what you realized about God, what you realized about yourself through that experience. Well, that wraps up today's episode. I hope you were encouraged and blessed by it. And remember to experience a simple way to remove distractions. Eliminate, hurry, and connect with God on a deeper level. Go to menunplugged.net/noise, that's NOISE, to get your own copy of my book, Cut Through the Noise, 4 Steps to Joy, Peace, and Freedom, so you can experience a simple, proven way to eliminate hurry, break through distractions, and get back your life. And when you get that book from that link at menunplugged.net/noise, you'll also get the free life map, other free resources, and free audio from top leaders. Thanks again. God bless.